Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who's fairly new in the Superchat family, but somebody who's been making frequent appearances, so much so that they've been here for almost every stream since finding us just that couple of months ago. So Create and Relate is somebody who's doing a ton of product reviews, actually, more than anything else. And most of the things that I've seen so far, at least in their thumbnails, is affordable ideas. They do a very thorough job, which is great to see, and they mix up a lot of different content on the channel. You get the intentions from the About section here, where they talk about products, do-it-yourself videos, makeovers, arts and crafts, and a bit more as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Create and Relate. They're getting, very close to their first 100 subscribers, which is obviously an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther when we get to shorts videos on this channel. These bring a little bit more variety, but they've gotten into over 1,000 views now, 1,300 on one of these, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Create and Relate, and I will spin the wheel of Christmas right away. Pardon me. Hopefully everybody is enjoying the holidays. Thank you, Butler Family Farm. And yeah, we always have a lot of fun here, so it should be a great live stream. Look at the wheel is completely on the side of Create and Relate today. Even though the channel's on the screen, it's still coming up. I forgot to take it off there, but that's okay. I see that Canadian Family Life was also early in the door with Rushing Wind Mountain and PK Adventure Travels. Scratch and PPA's in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom, of course. Michael's Adventures is another beloved and dedicated moderator, so I've got them on the wheel, and Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures I often talk about together as a couple of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, which is now beyond 7 years. We'll talk about Michael's Adventures content in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I see Gloria's Platter and Big Family Expeditioner in the house, P&J's Homestead Adventure, along with Movie Toon Studio, who was here for the first time the other day. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is another friend of about 4 years, maybe even longer. Fever Dream Animation is also in the house. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Ship to Shore Cruise News is here, and New Horizons Above and Beyond is also in the house. And then, yeah, imagine Gloria's Platter's been here 1,000 times. She actually just celebrated an interesting milestone, putting up 2,500 videos, if you can imagine. She's done that in the last, I think, 5 years. I can't remember for the life of me how long Gloria's Platter has been on YouTube, but they've been with us for 4 years, or maybe 4.5 by now. And then Michael's Adventures also is somebody who posts an abundant number of videos between shorts and traditional long-form content. He's got over 3,900 videos now he posts every single day. Bell's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, good to see you in the house. When we look at Michael's Adventures, we see he sets up premieres long in advance in most cases, including right through the holidays, and these are usually anywhere from half an hour to a couple of hours long. Occasionally he posts multiple times a day. It could be 2 or even 3 times, and this leads to his abundant number of videos. Once in a while he gets into some slot gameplay on a phone or a tablet, does a little bit of lottery ticket scratching in the shorts that we'll see in another moment, a few walks around his area with stories to be told, maybe even a drive-along video, but the bulk of what you're going to find here is daily nature and wildlife videos. He brings us trail cam type footage with a lot of raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums, bird watching, watching. And when we get into the shorts, you get an idea of what I was talking about here. A little bit of outdoor content to go along with that slot gameplay that's done really well. Over 6,000 views on that shorts video and some of those lottery tickets that I talk about. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Michael's Adventures was chosen yesterday first as well. I think he's this is 2 times in a row, first off the wheel. And PK Adventure Travels is going to come up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Blessed to Crochet, thank you for the message. So I really like TubeBuddy over vidIQ, but they both do similar things. TubeBuddy has an affiliate program that anybody can join. I have affiliate links in all of our video descriptions, of course, but that can be very helpful, as you can imagine. But TubeBuddy is really my #1 tool when it comes to at least tags, not to mention inspiration for titles and descriptions. The idea is we often mix up the word tag with the idea of keywords. And then if you can put as many of the keywords that you come up with for your videos into your title and description, you have a better chance of the SEO all working together. That stands for search engine optimization. We have to remember YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world, only behind Google. And of course, Google owns both of them as a company, Alphabet. So it can be very overwhelming. A long time ago, I remember reading a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and in that book, he talks about the idea, or in that series, he talks about the idea of reading a magazine called The Economist. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the most successful personal finance author of all time. In his series, when he mentions the idea of reading The Economist, which we've probably all seen on magazine racks and things like that, he says in the beginning, I can't remember the numbers, but something like I was understanding about 30% of what I was reading. But after a couple of years, I can understand 70% of what I'm reading. And that's the same thing for analytics, basically. We look at them, and even if you're not somebody who enjoys statistics and charts and graphs and numbers and things like that, I love that stuff, but I know not everybody does. But if you look at it often enough, as often as you can stand, I'd recommend at least once a week, you start to see patterns. And then we can start to duplicate our own success. You're not always looking for what you're doing wrong, but what you're doing right so that you can do it again, right? If that makes sense. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Hopefully you find that at least inspiring, if not helpful. Blessed to Crochet. Thank you, everybody, for the kind words. Thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yes, my birthday was yesterday, but purely family day, so no streaming of any kind yesterday. But thank you, everybody, for those birthday wishes as well. Of course, I had a good day. Literally just chilled and relaxed for the most part, and had some fun as well. So let's look at our poll. I put a poll up right before we started the stream. I asked this last year. I can't remember if I asked this lately again. So it's interesting. It's almost half of everybody enjoys eggnog, but not everybody. So somebody mentioned the other day, and I can't remember who it was, that they've never seen me take a drink during the Superchat live stream. So I've got my eggnog with me right now. I usually do that when I play these pre-recorded segments. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Day One Walks, good to see you here. And Ben Sign Games says their birthday's coming up. Crystal Sparkle had a birthday yesterday as well. We just learned that recently. She's here with us frequently, so hopefully that day was good for her. I know she's excited about Vlogmas as well. Home Bartending with John has been put on the wheel with Blessed to Crochet and Ben Sign Games. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So Terry, did you change your avatar? So Terry was here earlier. And I wonder if you just changed that avatar like moments ago. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. When we look at PK Adventure Travels, we're going to see some cruising and travel content, obviously. When we look at their About section, they let us know they always take the scenic route, which I can understand. Sometimes it's fun to take the long way home, right? It's relaxing. As a matter of fact, I live in Niagara Falls, Canada, which is a heavy tourist destination. When I am on my way home, especially when it's not a busy time, like late at night and things like that, I always drive beside the Niagara Falls, even though I could probably have gotten home 3 or 4, maybe even 5 minutes earlier, because I just like to see it, right? Again and again and again and again. So that's an idea. And then, so for my birthday, to be honest with you, I just hung out with Kristen Welton, my girlfriend, obviously. We've been together for 9 years now. And then my son came to spend a few days or whatever. So Kristen made dinner. We ate my second favorite thing in the world, which is lasagna. She made a cake for me. And we played poker all night, actually. I play with family all the time. Martha Makes Art, good to see you in the house. And thank you for asking, Gloria's Platter. She's been a dear friend for 4 years. Gloria's Platter has been with us for, like I said, over 4 years, probably 4.5 now, but cares very much about those of us in the Tuber Chat family. So forgive me, PK Adventure Travels. When I'm talking about the idea of taking the scenic route, these creators are going to bring us travel and cruising-based content. I talk about this all the time, but for a couple of years there, we weren't able to see a lot of travel and especially cruising content. It just didn't exist. And then all of a sudden, we started a couple years ago from now to have an influx of cruising and travel channels. And I'm always happy to have this kind of content. But not just the cruise ships, they're taking us out as well. So this is more like a vlog kind of idea for Christmas, which is cool. We don't have Buc-ee's that I know of in Canada anywhere. And then they'll take us out to other touristy destinations as well, it looks like. And they've got a premiere set up, actually, for just after the new year. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put this in that catch-up list I always talk about, which is a playlist that I can use to keep caught up with creators. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 10,000, 12,000 views, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams, we see that these creators are on frequently. I just caught them last week. I'm going to set notifications for a bunch of live streams that they've got coming up. These are all in the new year. It looks like they're putting these out weekly, so hopefully we'll catch them. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel, but we also set notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams. And then, Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707 is here. Gloria's Platter. I might have quit if it wasn't for everybody in the Tuber Chat family as well. We all go through our ups and downs, right? YouTube is much more work than we all probably anticipated before we started, but who knows if we didn't have this very supportive community. Tamika Davis, good to see you in the house. Kathy Payna, good to have you here. Greenland Quilter, Katie's in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel, and it's time to spin again. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Blessed to Crochet is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They do a lot of live streaming as well. Now, they let us know that they've got a few different things on the channel. Obviously, Crochet's in the name there, but they talk about the idea of community and conversation more than anything else on this channel. So when we look at videos, we see that they're posting frequently. I don't know why my red line is not all the way across on this one. I'll just put that back in my, I'll make sure it stays in my catch-up list there. I'll add another one, though, for today. And it looks like a few cooking videos here, right, of different types, or baking as well. And different ideas for Vlogmas. So they've been doing this Advent journal idea. Up until now, this looks like maybe it's a different kind of video. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I know a lot of creators engage in Vlogmas, and I say it every day now, but you got to hand it to anybody who can do a daily series of videos. Blessed Crochet's got some shorts here that have done really well, 9,000 and even over 10,000 views on a couple of them. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Lots of opportunity for that too, because they got live streams coming up for the rest of the month. They plan to be live every single day, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. We always set these notifications again for live streams and premieres, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel as well. Handicapped Travelers is coming in. I'll put them on the wheel in a quick second here. And if you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I wonder if I understand that right. Kathy Payne says you're given a you were given a comment that your talking was timed well, which is great. That's fantastic. Need help with making a playlist though. So making a playlist can be very easy to do. You can almost do it with any videos that you see on YouTube, especially even your own channel. One of the easiest things you can do is just grab the 3 dots beside any video and say save to playlist. Now if I wanted to make a playlist that was just for Greenland, I could just choose a title here. And then I can decide whether I want that playlist to be public, unlisted, or private. It should be obvious why we want it public or private, but unlisted gives you the opportunity to promote the playlist where you want to, but not have it searchable and findable by every single person. If they already get the link, of course they can get back to it, but there's a lot of reason for that kind of idea as well. And then collaborate means you can add other people and you can work together on a playlist, for instance. And I haven't done that yet, but it's an idea, so maybe I'll experiment with that one of these days. And then you just click create, and then you've got a playlist called Greenland. And then you can go to any other video and just say add to playlist, and it'll come up in your list for you, so you can add whichever video you want into whichever playlist you want, or more than one at a time. There's other ways to do that in the YouTube studio and of course on a phone, but very, very easy. Bebop, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to everyone. Oh, a bean soup recipe. That'll be interesting. And yeah, I was hoping that I would get more time in the kitchen over the last little while, and I haven't. I made a couple things 2 months ago, and then I haven't been back in the kitchen to make anything since then. But I got to start experimenting with some of the recipes we've been seeing from some of our friends here in the Tuber Chat family. Greenland Quilter Katie is going to show us around Greenland and bring us a podcast where they talk to different creators or influencers. Lately, they've been doing some Christmas content. I'm just going to grab this latest video and put this into my catch-up list. I'm going to bring some shorts up here. Some of these have done well. One of them at 2,000 here, one at 2,100. I can't tell if this is... I wonder if this one is a new one. I feel like this one here, the front desk receptionist one, is fairly new, but I could be wrong. And then this one here at 2,800 views, which is great to see. And this creator gives us a beautiful look around Greenland in those videos as well. I've seen several of those. When we look at live streams, we see that they're on frequently, so they seem to be on at least once a week, if not twice. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one. They were on yesterday with a few people. And then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. So what we're going to do right now is go for a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from an interview series that we have. When I talk about playlists, we've got a playlist for that now. And it's listed as a podcast as well. And I'm just getting Handicapped Traveler onto the wheel. When we look at the idea of that interview series, their videos now on the Superchat channel, and what I tried to do was ask the featured creators their opinion about a lot of the things that we need to hear, and asked for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. So the special thing about this is that these creators have been with us in the Superchat family for at least 3 years each, and every single one of them has long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching on our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. To get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back. I saw Canadian Family Life mentioning the idea of a white Christmas. Yes, I happen to live in southern Ontario, so I split my time between Niagara Falls, where I've lived for the last 8 years or so, and Toronto, where I was born, raised, grew up, and continue to work at times. And Pete is close to that area as well, and was able to let me know, yeah, we're actually expecting snow in Toronto. We have some in Niagara Falls right now, and it's so cold. It's been -9, -10. That's Celsius. I don't know how to do the calculation when we get into the negative numbers for our American friends on the imperial system, but it is cold. 10 Canadian degrees under freezing. So we have to keep all the liquids out of the cars and stuff like that, let's just say. And that means that our snow won't disappear. When it's cold enough, the snow sticks around. As soon as it gets to a couple of degrees before freezing, the snow will melt and turn into rain and things like that. But it looks like White Christmas is set for all of us around this area. I think Jason from Just Jason Keto and More, who's a couple of hours to the west of us, got pummeled with snow, so I think they'll have a White Christmas as well. Face the Ace, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Was it your abandoned building video that I just watched, I think, in my catch-up list there? 14 Fahrenheit, there you go. Thank you, Big Family Expedition. And then, oh yeah, Maryland too. Yeah, I've never even thought about the idea. I've been to Maryland a couple of times, luckily Ocean City. And, yeah, it's gorgeous. I was there during a time that resembled summer, let's just say. But, yeah, I wonder sometimes how far south in the United States does the snow start, right? I know some states get snow some years, not all years, and things like that. And then thank you, Face the Ace. Yeah, I just watched that. I know I mentioned it the other day when your abandoned building. We looked at it as a video I was planning to watch that was on the... when your channel was on the screen, but I didn't realize it was more than one story until I watched the video, and I'm like, oh gosh, that's the kind of building I dream about having. Not necessarily doing the work to renovate, but boy, would I ever love to have something like that. Austin Garrett's on the wheel. Tristan Natural came in. John Serdang for Jesus is Handicapped Traveler, second channel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody here. Ben Cyan Games is live all the time. This creator for the last year and a half has been doing what they call the Everywhere Forever-a-thon, and Ben Cyan Games is literally live every single day. So now they're working on 4,200 subscribers. They got a few videos here, a little bit of video gameplay, kind of mixing up some popular titles there. Shorts are interesting here because Ben Cyan Games has gotten into 3,000, on the way to 4,000 views, one at almost 10,000, but one of these has got over 500,000 views, 530,000 views on that bar chart race video, and then live stream. So like I said, they're live right now. They're live every single day, and usually with some video gameplay and a chance to get to know Ben Cyan Games behind the channel as well. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember now. And then Movie Tune Studio. So it takes a long time, but as long as you're still conversating with everybody in the chat, you're actually first on the list last I checked a little while ago. So probably in another 20 minutes or so, I'll start adding names to the wheel, and we're going to be here for another 2.5 hours, so we got lots of time to get to lots of channels. When we do earlier streams like this than we have, I know the chat runs fast and it seems very busy, but this is not overwhelming right this second. So the other day we were able to get to a couple of extra channels. We've been doing that more often lately, which is great. And then most years, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More says they get snow. More years than not. And then Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. Merry Christmas to you and to everybody in the chat that's celebrating Christmas. This will be our last stream before the holidays. We won't be back on until after what we in Canada call Boxing Day. So I'm unsure when I'm going to stream next, but I'm hoping the 27th. But I may have to push it until the 28th, but we'll see what we can do, even if I slip in a really late one or something. Robert Mac Media is a long time friend from my personal channel, actually, that came into the Tuberchat family, and they do a lot of travel-based content. And then Rich New Design, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. He does a ton of live streaming. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Rushing Wind Mountain is from the Pacific Northwest, and this channel belongs to a creator named Ruby. You often see them named in the chat. And Rushing Wind Mountain's been with us since just about the beginning, well over 4 years now. This creator has, pardon me, really grown fast. They're getting close to 13,000 right now, but what they bring to us is nature and wildlife videos, and a lot of times we reference the idea of ASMR, not truly, but kind of in the same ballpark, where this creator is bringing us a lot of pleasing visuals and pleasing audio to go along with that. Somebody could throw on a playlist to this and, you know, either sit and watch and enjoy, or do things in the background as people tend to do. You get an idea. I saw the comments coming in on these candles. People were liking that. But sometimes, most often, they're outdoors. So they've been really mixing up the content lately, but once we get into the shorts videos, we start to find a lot of wildlife, and this is where you're going to find some humorous moments on this channel as well. 11,000, 12,000, 16,000 on some of these shorts videos. So Terry, that video that I was talking about is from Face the Ace. It's probably the last video that they put up, but I forget now whether it was the latest one or if they've got another one. And Robert Mac Media's got some travel content coming up. He will be heading to Vietnam and Thailand, and those both lend themselves to a large audience that watches that kind of content, whether there's videos or live streaming. Robert Mac Media has done both. And then, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at Rushing Wind Mountain, we see that this creator also does some live streams. So they've mixed up a lot of horizontal and vertical live streams, and they've mixed up a bit of the content here as well. But most often what you're going to find are these pleasing audio, pleasing visuals like we've talked about, and they found some success with those vertical lives, with YouTube pushing them out a little bit as well, which is great to see. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Musgrave Family Farm, good to see you here. I was literally just talking about Butler Family Farm about an hour ago or a couple hours ago. Kristen and I were out just doing some last minute errands. We have family coming over. We're shuffling up our Christmas celebrations this year, but we're going to do a few family members are going to come over, and there'll be a large group of us together. We were just going out literally to get some cheese and crackers and stuff like that. Just make sure you got enough snacks around the house kind of idea, right? And I was describing the idea of the charcuterie boards that I'm going to show you here from Butler Family Farm. Now, this is just a small aspect of what they do with their 116 acres of farmland. They got a lot of livestock to talk about. Jerry and Susan split the camera work here. But lately, Jerry's been bringing us a lot of woodworking videos. He's either making bowls or charcuterie boards, like I said. He sent me a pen and pencil set that was literally made from wood, if you can believe it, with the lathe that you see featured here. But I was talking about this because this particular idea, I thought, is, at least in my opinion, mastery in woodworking and craftsmanship, because I haven't seen anything like this. It's one thing to see somebody who's talented and able to create something beautiful and warm and with meaning. It's another thing when they can create something so elaborate, and you'd have to see what I'm talking about. But when you look at the thumbnail here, without spoiling the whole video, I'll let you know that this is more than one thing at a time. And you can kind of get an idea from the thumbnail, but I promise you it's surprising, and there is a lot of meaning in that video. I just happened to be talking about it, like I said, because we're out doing some errands. But when we look at Butler Family Farm, like I said, this is 116 acres of farmland for Jerry and Susan to take us around and look at. Sometimes they bring us into their home. Lots of our homesteading friends are going to bring us cooking videos, along with prepping, along with all the things that go along with gardening, farming, and ranching, and things like that. There's Jerry working with the bees right there, but they've also got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and some family in the videos. They've got shorts over here. These have gotten into 12,000 views, one over 50,000, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. Butler Family Farm is live every single Monday. I've actually joined them a couple of times on their channel. Sometimes Jerry and Susan are by themselves, giving us a chance to get to know them. Sometimes they have other StreamYard panelists on, sometimes even with a full grid, actually. They also head out for a lot of meetups, both large and small, but they could be meeting anywhere from a few people to up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters in some of these really large meetups. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. You'll meet more friends when you get there. They're here with us just about every single day. And I know not everybody can be. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend here. But Butler Family Farm's going to hit 40,000 subscribers in another moment. Jerry will be happy to let everybody know how the channel is growing so rapidly when you get over there and talk to him. And then Culture Denny 67, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you everybody for the kind holiday wishes as well. I think Wade's World Unlimited came through for a second there. Pixie Dust Traveler Tracy is here. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Austin Garrett is fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, but they've been here several times now. They picked up a gifted membership the other day, so I think this is only the second time we've got their channel on the screen. 811 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 900 we know they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of their shout-out videos here and put that into that catch-up playlist I keep talking about. I think I must have meant to have one of their videos in my watch later list, actually, to connect with. And there it is, yes. So the same, another shout-out video is in there. So forgive me, I didn't get through my watch later list. You can see that I did the other day, but I haven't got through it since the last stream or two. So forgive me for that, but I will absolutely connect with you. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right after this stream. I'm just making a note for myself. And I'll make sure that we're connected. Got the notification bell on. I'll leave you comments on both of those videos. And let's look at some of the shorts at what Austin Garrett's got going on here. 2,900, 4,300 views on a couple of these. I see some politically charged content, and then they've got some live streams happening as well. And it looks like they've got some pretty lengthy ones here, getting into over an hour, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with Austin Garrett. I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel, and great to see you back again. Like I said, it's been several times now, I believe. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So I just added MovieTune Studio to the wheel, and what I typically do is every once in a while during the stream, when we get down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I start adding from our chat list, and it's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So I'll get another one in another moment here. Follow the Bradley's Fun is in the house. The Amazing M&G is here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it 100 times. Together We Travel is in the house. And Canadian Family Life, thank you for the highlighted milestone message as well there. What I'm going to do is have a look at what they've got going on. They've just passed 11,000, which is great to see. They actually got to well over 3,000 within barely over a year. One of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family in the last 4.5 years. Canadian Family Life, this is Tiffany, but she actually gets the whole family involved in the channel. And whether it's videos or live streams, they're all popping in and out of there. She does a lot of videos with her husband Chris. He's got his own channel called Chris's Creation Fun, where he brings us a lot of do-it-yourself videos. And you see some of the things he works on around the house. They've got an impeccable container garden. Tiffany is known for bringing us grocery hauls, shout-out videos, Happy Meal videos, cooking videos, including cook-offs between husband and wife here. And lately they've been into a Vlogmas series, and I've seen them do a couple of different things, including decorating their own ornaments for the trees a couple of times. And I'm just going to see what they've got going on in the latest video. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got shorts into 2,500, 2,800, and 5,500 views. They caught a Cybertruck in a shorts video here, and I've seen a few of these now. I'm so close to Toronto all the time. We have actually Tesla stores. I'm not sure if they're in more than one shopping mall, but they definitely are in at least one that we call Sherway Gardens. Not that that matters, but you can walk in and the truck is just there. You can just go and take pictures if you want right in the dealership, basically. But I saw my first ever Cybertruck yesterday with paint, like or a wrap or whatever it is, and it was just a black one, not colorful or anything like that. But it's interesting to see these things popping up everywhere now, and that I believe is in Niagara Falls too. And then again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it 100 times. Gemstone, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Canadian Family Life has got live streams here. They're usually on once every month or two. Tiffany will probably do one again soon. She was recently on with I Am Betty J Gathers, and then I was actually on with her as well a couple of weeks ago. And Tiffany is very recognizable, though, because this creator, especially in their first year, was featured in dozens of other channel StreamYard panels. And that's a great way to grow really quickly and organically, because when you're featured on somebody else's channel, you are all but guaranteed a good handful of subscribers. So I'm always happy to see people collaborating the way that Tiffany's been doing. And then Michael's Adventure says they caught a Cybertruck as well. And then the in-person sightings are exciting. Yeah, of course. You know, I usually don't think about the idea of like, okay, we all have the conversation, if you won the lottery, right? What would you do? And I love having that conversation because it's just fun, right? Even when the answers change over time. But, you know, usually I would say I wouldn't buy a vehicle like, you know, you think about Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff. Lately, I'm sure when I was younger, I probably said, oh, I want a Porsche, I want a Ferrari, I want all of them. But, you know, as you get older and realize you might not have a garage full of Lamborghinis, you think to yourself, okay, but do I want one now? Because I've heard a story of somebody having an expensive car. I'm not sure if it was a Lamborghini or not, where, you know, they got this thing, and then every time they go out to a restaurant, they're like trying to park beside the window, and they're staring out the window just to see if anybody's doing anything to it. And I don't know if that's too exciting. But I wonder, you know, if it was a lottery, if it was literally millions of dollars, yeah, then maybe I would splurge on something like a Cybertruck just for fun. But, yeah, I don't know. And then Home Bartending with John is up on the screen right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Some of our homesteading friends might know, but Sold on RV Life especially, like they said, they just saw a Cybertruck pulling a utility trailer. And I'm assuming by utility trailer, you're talking about like an enclosed like work trailer, right? One of these things, or a toy hauler, as they call them, and they put the ATVs and things in. But I wonder if any of the companies yet, like Airstream or Winnebago or anybody, have gotten together with Tesla to make an official, Cybertruck looking RV, because Airstreams already look pretty similar. I mean, they're much more bubbly, and the Cybertruck is obviously a box, but they're both silver, or gray at least, if you want to call it that. But I wonder about those things. So, Home Bartending with John is up on the screen. This is another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And he has been for as long as I can remember. John is actually a silver member here, like Trish the Natural. And what these creators are able to do then is we have their channel seen every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not they're here, even though they're both usually here just about every day. Now, Home Bartending with John is working on 600 subscribers on this one-of-a-kind channel, but he has another one for me to show you as well. What we see when we get here is a lot of product reviews and comparisons between liquors, liqueurs. He reviews beers and probably wines and everything. I've seen mostly beer here. And this creator as well, though, is going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. And that can involve a few different recipes as well. Sometimes people make different drinks in different ways. He'll show that to us. And he takes requests on his channel. He's done 2 for me already, which I'm grateful for. So when you look at the channel, you might find collections here, like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails as well. And then he's got some shorts that have gotten into 2,600 views and beyond, one at almost 9,000. And then live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to bring those back at any time. When we look at the Pipe Guy, this is a second channel from the same creator, and again, another, one-of-a-kind channel. My allergies are really on me this weekend. Oh goodness, my eyes all like red and bloodshot and everything else. The Pipe Guy is bringing us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art, which I've never seen before, not before this channel. And then they've got a Star Wars themed video as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Pipe Guy. I'm just going to put a link in the chat here so everybody can catch him easily. And again, this comes to us from the same creator behind Home Bartending with John. And then Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane. I met up with him a couple of months ago in Toronto. And he might be back, actually, in a few months for a concert. I can't remember who on earth you said you were coming to see. Oh, for the life of me, I can't remember. But hopefully we'll meet up. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. I'm going to get Fever Dream Animation on the wheel. And then I'll add another name when we go on to a break that we're going to do in a few minutes here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So when we look at Trish the Natural, we see actually a lot more than natural hair care, even though that's how I've described this channel for a very long time. They let us know they're bringing other health, beauty, and lifestyle videos and a professional look to this channel. She's had that ever since we've met her, and now this is getting on a few years as well. Trish the Natural has these bright, bold headshots, and I think the most compelling thing here is the fact that when you roll over the videos, when you really get inside to the video, you get exactly what you were looking for when you clicked on that thumbnail, right? Obviously a dynamic creator, and she does a lot of collaborating as well. Professional looks to all of her thumbnails, and then when we get into shorts, she's doing a lot of tributes for celebrities. Some of these are doing really well. 16,000, 27,000, 43,000, and then as well we get into live streams, and she's been live many times, sometimes herself, lots of times with I Am Betty J Gathers, who we talked about earlier. You can see how much fun they're having together there. And Trish the Natural is here with us just just about every single day. They're working on 2,900 subscribers, which is great. So they'll be thinking about 3,000 very soon. And Trista Natural has been another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Handicapped Travelers is dropping a super chat for Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. That's Shane. So what I'll do is I'll get his channel ready to go. And right before we look at that, though, we're going to go for another break. Now, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do. I'm going to add a few names while we're on our break here. And then we'll look at Handicapped Travelers. They've got a couple of channels for us to see as well. We're moving faster today than we usually do. And again, pardon me, everybody, while I attend to my allergies here. I just can't stop today. And then let's go on that break. So what we're going to do is play a clip again from our interview series. These are videos that go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, where I interview creators who we need to hear from. They've been longtime friends of ours, but they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers as well. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do. Okay. Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience. Yes. The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What you put, you know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
right before we went on that break there, Handicapped Travelers dropped a super chat, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support, even though it's absolutely unnecessary. They've done that countless times before. They've got a couple of channels for me to show you, but they actually did that so that we would look at Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. This is Shane. I actually met up with him, a fellow Canadian. He came to visit Toronto a couple of months ago. He expects to be back in a few months. Maybe we'll do it again. But we managed to meet up and have a nice conversation and everything. But I love in real life meetups, right, where we really get to know each other. But Paralife TV is somebody I've been with. He's been in our family here in the Superchat live streams for probably 4 years by now, pretty close to it. He's got over 4,000 subscribers now. I can't tell you how many times I've sat and ate snacks while in his live streams watching him work out and getting involved in a lot of fitness and things like that. Paralife TV is going to give us 2 different ideas in just about every single video. When I started watching this channel, I was watching do-it-yourself videos, and he continues those today. But the idea is to show us what things are like from his perspective as well. And when we look at shorts on the channel, we're going to get an idea here of some of these doing really well. 14,000, 15,000, 19,000 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. So it's been a little while, and he does these occasionally. He's done them more frequently in the past, but like I said, I've caught him many times in fitness-based live streams and other ideas as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Paralife TV. Thank you again, Handicapped Travelers, for dropping that super chat so that we could look at Shane's channel. I'll get their couple of channels ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Princess Enchanted, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. One of the things that I can tell anybody that's especially brand new in Tuber Chat, the best success here is always found in having conversations with other creators, and a simple hello is enough to get that started. What I recommend often is people not jump on brand new channels right away, start connecting and everything else until you get a bit of a conversation going. And that's just a hint, especially for anybody that's been here many times before, but also for anybody who's only been here a couple of times, or even if you're brand new today. Our instructions are always in our video description to give you the best chance of having your connection stick, as we know that YouTube likes to play games with some of our numbers. But meeting friends here is how we get a strong and solid foundation for our channels. Handicapped Travelers, like I said, dropped that super chat earlier so we would look at Paralife TV's channel. And Handicapped Travelers are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters who are here with us actually more frequently than ever lately. When we look at what they're doing on their channel, typically they're going to bring us travel, but it looks like more than anything else lately, they're bringing us some cooking videos, bringing it into their home, which is cool. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up with them. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we see some famous winter weather there, or popular winter weather. These have gotten into 2,000, even 2,600 views on a couple of these, and it's pure variety there. And then live streams on the channel. So they got one coming up on Christmas Day, actually, at 2:30 Eastern, so everybody can set the notification and get their local time zone when you get over there. We always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. Now, these creators also come to us with another channel called John Serdank for Jesus that is going to give us some spiritual inspiration as well. We'll go and look for that channel. They just changed the name of it, I think. And here it is right here. Oh, I don't know why I was saying John Serdang for the Jesus. That might have been a spelling mistake. And then when we look at the channel, you get an idea of the spiritual inspiration they're bringing to us. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here so I can stay caught up. They got playlists going already and 91 subscribers. So we'd love to push them towards the first 100. It's obviously a exciting and important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Northern Girl Hobbies is in the house. Good to see you here. I think this might be your first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. This creator is known as a shining jewel in the Superchat family. And beloved and dedicated moderator, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. When we look at this creator's channel, we see that he is going to bring us an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits two tickets against each other and offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. When you look at his channel, you see you see that his presentation is always at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in the thumbnails that he puts on his videos, and then a hint about giveaways that happen during his video series as well. And his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, well over 4.5 years ago now. And his banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine that, with a bit of Christmas spirit on there right now. Hopefully everybody will connect to Scratch and PPA. Obviously you can see an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I couldn't do anything except laugh when I saw that. That's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course, but 20 memberships in the chat, so thank you, Scratch and PPA, for that. And he did something like that the other day as well, so far more than ever necessary, and like I said, appreciated, of course. I won't go through the list of our friends that have picked up those gifted memberships, but we'll likely start seeing a few of them coming into the stream pretty soon, but thank you for that. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, yes, has been here for a while. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, and we'll catch up in another second here. Now, Scratch and PPA as well, like I said, premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. If you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It's very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Scratch and PPA, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And he's working on 2,300 subscribers now, and we'd love to push him a little bit closer towards that milestone as well. He expanded the content on his channel last year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, and I think this is going to become more of a trend than we might have already seen, because YouTube now expanding into 3-minute shorts lends itself perfectly to vlogging style ideas like this, and Italian lottery tickets he brought to us that we otherwise might not have seen as well. Then live streams on the channel. He brought us his very first live stream from Italy. I know a lot of people will be very excited to know that Scratch and PPA has expanded the content, and we'll pray for more live streams in the future from this creator. And like I said, one of the most supportive that I've met in my 7.5 years on YouTube now. And most creators that have already connected with him will say the same thing about him being so supportive to them. And all the moderators on this channel are longtime dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel the same way we do here in Tuberchat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Shenser Travels, it's great to see you in the chat again. Thank you for coming in. And KP Heathen is also here again. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I just wanted to show you something before I go over to Movie Tune Studio again. Just talking about watch hours. One of the things I keep forgetting to mention, but it's obvious on the front page here, Scratch and Pete PA has put up some playlists on his front page, and YouTube gives us some tools so that we can dress up our front page the way we want. What he's done, though, is marked off the total number of hours for each playlist here, so that when he is swapping playlists with other creators, they can understand exactly what they'll be running. And that's a really cool idea. So you can simply do a Google search for YouTube playlist length, and that will be able to give you somewhere where you can plug in a URL for a playlist, time it out, and get the idea of how long each of your playlists are if you wanted to copy that idea, because I think it's a great idea. I have copied Scratch and PPA's idea on our copyright-free music channel. For anybody that hasn't already seen it, all the same music you hear in the background of Superchat can be used as copyright-free music in your videos and live streams. It's published on all major music platforms like Spotify, iTunes, and everywhere else. And we have a channel set up, and of course it's on YouTube and Google Music as well. When we look at Movie Tune Studio, this is a brand new channel in the Superchat family. We've just seen them once before. They're working on their first 100 subscribers, but they're just over halfway there, which is great. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. It's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they give us some information on their About section about the shorts that they're going to bring us. And they got one video here so far to start with, and a lot of shorts on the channel. These have started to get already into 800 views and beyond, one over 6,300, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Movie Tune Studio. And like I said, they're fairly new, so we'd love to welcome them into the Tuberchat family. And then, KP Heathen, no more concrete videos for you. No longer working there, so we'll have to see what they come up with next for their channel. I was always interested just because I happen to do some concrete work myself. Some of you know that I work outdoors during the good weather months, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so I had mentioned that a couple of times. P&J's Homestead Adventures coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'm going to see what I can do about getting another couple of channels onto the wheel right now. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More said she was heading out, I think. I think so. And then Gloria's Platter we're going to look at. New Horizons Above and Beyond is there. And Sold on RV Life is going to come up on the wheel right now. And I'll get some more names as we need them. P&J's Homestead Adventure, Paula and Jason, are in New York State. They've got some of that famous northern winter weather there. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. This is different because this is an Alaska video. I may not have known if you were heading to Alaska for a trip or a vacation, or I'll find out what that was when I watch the video. Lots of homesteading channels in the Tuberchat family. This started probably 3 years ago now, pretty close to it, and I group a lot of channels together. Obviously P&J's is talking about homestead adventures, but when we think about homesteading, we might also think about gardening, fishing, ranching, camping, hiking, almost anything outdoors, right? And P&J's Homestead Adventure is going to give us a lot of outdoor content. They've collaborated with a lot of creators, especially in that Garden Tour Club series of videos. And they've got some shorts here with a lot of outdoor content at 1900, 2200, 2600 and beyond, and then live streams as well. So they brought us their first live stream. We'll see if they're going to pick those back up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Scrow's Nest, good to see you in the house, spending their children's inheritance one cruise at a time. And I'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Oh, and then New Horizons Above and Beyond. Let me just type it in here. And Nightbot or somebody should show up and give us an idea of how that works. Yeah, there it is. Nightbot will show up with the instructions. We want to make sure that everybody who wants to can be eligible for gifted memberships. Not every channel is eligible based on whether you might have a brand account for your channel, which is something YouTube was forcing us into a while back. But otherwise, almost every channel can accept gifted memberships. Otherwise, you just want to play around with the membership button. I never want to solicit that kind of thing, but if you play around with it a little bit, you should be able to find like the 3 dots, click there, get more information, and figure that out. Thank you, Glorious Platter. So I've got her on the wheel. Sold on RV Life is coming up right now. We've just seen this channel once before, I think. And forgive me, because have I not put your channel on the screen yet? Or have I... Yeah, this is the first time I think that we're looking at their channel. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on like I do for all creators, and that should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times every week, and we mix up the days and times. Oh, my mistake. Sold on RV Life. I thought you'd been here once before. Forgive me for that. But it's great to have you here for the first time then. Hopefully you're feeling welcome today. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know I say it 100 times every stream, but I just don't want anybody to not feel welcome when we're happy to have everybody that's like-minded coming in here. How many watch time hours does it take to be monetized, says KP Heathen. So it's a total of 4,000 watch hours for full monetization, 3,000 watch hours after you get 500 subscribers to get into fan funding, which means YouTube's basically saying, look, if you can get 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, we'll let people give you super chats and memberships if they want to, but you get added into the AdSense and ad money later on after you get the 4,000 hours of watch time. Turns out to 18,000 minutes or 180,000 minutes or 240,000 minutes, which sounds like an atrocious, like a very high number of watch minutes. But I promise you, over time, your watch hours are growing anyway. The things we do here help your watch hours grow exponentially. This is why I push swapping playlists with other creators so much. I don't facilitate. I don't interfere. It's just something I know helps. So we talk about it. Everybody's free to make those arrangements on their own, of course. But the idea is if you can get a bunch of people to run an entire playlist of your videos, you can imagine your watch hours are going to grow. Once you make those friends, and they're going to be there for most of what you're going to come out with in the future, that's how your watch hours start to grow exponentially. So we've been doing that for longer than 4 years now. And then yes, hopefully I'm not missing anyone in the chat. Again, I know I say it 100 times. And Gloria's Platter. This is a creator who has been here a million times before and on the screen a million times before. Gloria's Platter's been with us almost from the beginning. It's probably close to 4.5 years by now. well over 7,000 and well on the way towards 8,000 subscribers. Now, Gloria's Platter has expanded the content on her channel over the last couple of years, where she's taking us outdoors on some adventures and to see some different typical places, like we see Costco for a grocery haul here. Golden Corral I haven't seen, but that's an interesting one. She'll take us to an underwater Vegas adventure. I haven't been to Vegas yet. I still hope to. And then lasagna. There we go. I've always said lasagna is my favorite thing until I realized I've eaten a lot more pizza than lasagna in my life. But it's still my birthday meal of choice, let's just say. And then when we look through Gloria's Platters channel, a lot of cooking videos, tons and tons and tons. What I like about what Gloria's Platters doing here, first of all, these dishes are not something that I typically see all the time. So she's really putting thought and consideration into some of the cultural dishes she's bringing. She does a masterful job of enticing interaction from the audience with things like comments while she films her videos. She does a great job with live streams as well, where it literally is the meat and potatoes of what we need to see. She just did one a few weeks ago. I don't know how I missed that, but hopefully I'll catch another one if she's going to do some more. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's collaborated with other creators as well, and then when you get into shorts videos, you see that Gloria's Platter's done well here. 16,000, 18,000, 23,000, with a lot of variety on her shorts videos. Pardon me. Vintage Style by Joe, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. What we'll do right now, let's spin the wheel. We're moving faster than we usually do today, which is great to see. And I think that that comes down to the idea, you know, it's holidays. Everybody's doing their last minute Christmas stuff. We're doing an earlier live stream than we usually do, especially for a Monday. I don't even remember the last time we streamed this early on Monday. But we're going to look at New Horizons Above and Beyond in a couple of minutes here. What we'll do is we'll go for 3.5 minutes as a break. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from the interview series I always talk about. These are conversations that go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, listed in a playlist and as a podcast on the Superchat channel now as videos. All of the featured creators have been longtime friends of ours and know exactly what we need to hear. They've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course, but I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, you know what? I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back looking at New Horizons Above and Beyond. Right before we went on that break there, or just as we started, pardon me, Dark Swordsman Gaming dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. They've done their last live stream for the year, if I understand right. They'll pick it back up in January. I'm sure they stream all the time. And Dark Swordsman Gaming brings us video gameplay. We'll see that in a moment. So I added a couple more names onto the wheel. Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 is there. Just Jason Keto and more is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. And the Bud Files, of course, has been here as an official member for 2.5 years. And then we'll get back to adding some more names to the wheel soon. We're moving faster than usual today. And we still got well over an hour to go if everybody wants to stay that long. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Now, New Horizons Above and Beyond brings a lot of variety. They've lately been out for some Christmas light displays, which is cool. A lot of creators are doing these types of videos. Mostly outdoor content here. New Horizons Above and Beyond has mixed up their content and their channel a little bit, so we can keep an eye on the About section here to see what they've got coming up. When we look through shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten into, pardon me, let me see. 1,600, 1,900 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they did one of these a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to add any more. And I'll get that Christmas light video into my catch-up list. I don't know why it wasn't already there from the last stream, but that's okay. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then let's look at Dark Swordsman Gaming right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Oh, Northern Girl Hobbies, are you up here in Ontario? I happen to be in Niagara Falls and often in Toronto as well. Dark Swordsman Gaming's up on the screen with 200 subscribers, and this creator says they'll be back on January the 7th to start live streaming again. They've done a lot of this, but also a lot of video gameplay. One of the interesting things that they've been doing over the last year or so is adding these color-coded frames to the videos that they've been posting. So the idea is if somebody came to the channel and saw a video that they enjoyed, they could watch more similar video gameplay from the same title by looking at the frames and the colors on the thumbnails, right? So you see like Final Fantasy here is in green, Dark Souls is on yellow or orange, and then when we dig through the channel we'll find some blue ones with different games and other colors as well. So that's a cool idea that can give people the opportunity, even without playlists, to binge watch a bunch of content on a channel. Like I said, 200 subscribers exactly. We would love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 they're thinking about. Once they get to 205 or so, we'll know that they've got the 200 locked in. They posted a short a while back. We're hoping for more from this creator, and then live streams as well, where they mix up a lot of popular titles. Diablo 3, Tomb Raider 2, Sea of Stars is there, Kingdom Hearts, and they were the creator who I think originally introduced us or me to Stardew Valley, which is one of the most popular, if not the most popular independent game of all time, I think. So, Dark Swordsman Gaming, hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And the Stock Explorer, thank you so much for a raid. They were live earlier. I saw that actually just after I had started. Your channel came up and I saw the live stream. The Stock Explorer's always got exciting content going on, usually with lottery ticket scratch battling, which I think they were doing today. They are a beloved and dedicated moderator on the channel here. So what we'll do is, because of that raid, we'll put their channel up next, and then we'll see what else they've got going on. Wilma2U1, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And Just Jason Keto and More is up on the screen right now. They're working on 3,500 subscribers. This is somebody who's another fellow Canadian. I mentioned it earlier, just a couple of hours away from me. He's talking about healthy eating and healthy living. And this is another new video talking about the idea of not starting a diet. Now, I haven't seen the video yet, but my idea of what we might see tells me that we're talking about a lifestyle, right, that is meant to be a permanent change if we need it, as opposed to a diet which could be looked at as temporary. A lot of people, even myself, get wound up in the whole I'm going to change my life January, this is the new year, it's coming up, all tuber chat, you know what I mean? But after a couple of months we have to try to hold that stuff together too. It's the consistency that makes it work. But I'll let Just Jason Keto and More elaborate on the idea in the video. He talks about healthy eating, healthy living. A keto-based diet or lifestyle is most common. Tons of recipes on this channel. They're all easy to follow, very simple to make, and feature only a few ingredients each. He also does a lot of product reviews, and that can help us understand the ingredients and how they're going to affect us when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Sometimes he'll bring us variety, taking out to off to another city, giving us a look around, or unboxing a GoPro. He also had out the last couple of years to Ketopalooza, where he brought us some informative content from other influencers in the space. He's got a lot of other influencers that joined him on his channel, both in videos and live streams, where they share their life experience, their trials, their tribulations, and ideas when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. When we get to the channel, we know that Just Jason Keto and More is live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. This creator sometimes has a panelist on with him, sometimes it's Jason himself, but he's got a vibrant community that's willing to inspire and motivate when it comes to questions and comments that we have in the chat. Once in a while, he'll bring us a cook-along live stream or something a little bit different, but hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. And like I said, he's another beloved and dedicated moderator and member here on the channel. And here just about every day he's monetized too. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And the same thing goes for the Stock Explorer, who just sent in a few friends right now. Stock Explorer has been with us pretty much from the beginning, 4.5 years now. And we'll talk about their channel in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Another channel from Bosnia is BH Road Stories. They've been with us frequently lately as well. And when we look at the channel on the screen right now, this is Nora the Stock Explorer. This creator's working on 2,300 subscribers. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. They started by bringing us stock markets exclusively. They moved into a little bit of crypto. They've done a lot of product review ideas. They got product in hand a lot of times on the channel. And they've expanded the content into some lottery ticket scratching as well. As a matter of fact, they've got a series of videos on right now. These are called Scratching with Strangers, where they're literally meeting people for the first time and scratching lottery tickets with them, which is really, really cool. They're just about getting 100 views on every video, which is a great accomplishment as well. The Stock Explorer is a longtime dear friend and over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. It's fun to go back and look over some of the videos where they talked about some stocks that have now incredibly blown up, like Nvidia there. Shorts on this channel feature even more variety though, and these have done really well, getting into 2,800, 4,200 views, one over 12,000, and we know that that one still gets views. Pardon me. Then live streams on the channel as well, and this is where we see lately a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling. So they were literally on just moments ago. These can be very exciting, very fast paced, very high energy, and when you get in there, the chat is going to rival those of Scratch and PPA, Hilda DC, and a few select others. Now Nora might also be giving us a chance to get to know them, or talking stocks, sometimes crypto, or or having friendly conversations in StreamYard panels. And I've joined them on their channel once before for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube. This creator, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get down to the bottom of their front page, we find a second channel from Nora called Tropical Buzz. This is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they are going to grow themselves. And we'll keep updated on that channel for ourselves, see if there's going to be some new content. The Stock Explorer, again, is one of our beloved and dedicated moderators, and like Just Jason, Keto, and more, and all of the moderators on this channel, they're all dear friends of mine, all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Next up is Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707. Now, this is a creator who has been with us, I think it's got to be a year by now. It could be longer. Sweet Melissa lets us know that she has been a member of a lot of product review and product testing sites or programs. So she brings unboxing and review videos of all of those products. And she posts frequently, actually. Once in a while, she does some collaborations lately as well. And I think some cooking, if I'm not mistaken. Friend mail on the channel, which is great for shout outs for other creators. And like I said, between the frequent posted videos, you're going to find products of all kinds. There could be household products, there could be bath and beauty products, there could be this looks like stickers, I think. And then, yeah, there's some more bath and beauty products and health products and things. There's just about everything on this channel. It's really remarkable, the variety. Then when we get into shorts on the channel, we see more variety with some outdoor content. 1,200, 2,100, and 7,100 views on some of these, and a couple of live streams. So she just did one a month ago. I missed that one, but hopefully I'll catch her again for the next one. We always put notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, of course. Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 is not only here with us frequently, but out supporting other creators. I run into them constantly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams for other creators myself as well. Pardon me just for 1 second. We'll be right back. And then Creator and Relate is just dropping a super chat. We looked at that channel earlier as the very first channel for today's stream, as a matter of fact, but that's a generous thing to have done. They've done that before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. And then what we'll do, though, is spin the wheel, and we'll get to Rambling with the Brooms. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So, Rambling with the Brooms is up on the screen right now, and this is Scott. He's here as another beloved and dedicated moderator and member. He's now well over 4,300 subscribers. I actually met up with him, with Jason and Brampton Gardner this past summer. I expect to meet up with Scott again, hopefully at the end of January. And we'll see if that happens. He's another fellow Canadian, closer to our nation's capital of Ottawa. But when we look at Rambling with the Brooms, we see more homesteading content from a Canadian channel here. He brings us a lot of outdoor content. He brings us into his home. He takes us traveling. And if you're lucky enough, you might catch him in the sugar shack making some famous Canadian maple syrup, actually. And that's a hint for all of our moderators as well, that you know that Scott makes maple syrup. And then Rambling with the Brooms as well has got some shorts on his channel, and these have gotten into some famous Canadian winter weather as well, into 3,100 and 7,800 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel. And this is where we see Rambling with the Brooms going live every Thursday and Friday as a minimum. Sometimes he's out on the road for a pop-up stream, and a lot of travel as well when he heads out away from his area. He's had these going on for a long, long time, and Scott's always been an advocate for helping others grow, especially when he finds channels under 100. Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you here. I put you on the wheel. I'm going to get back to spinning in another moment, but I got another channel to show you. This one is monetized, Rambling with the Brooms, but he's got a second channel called Travel Escapes with the Brooms, and Scott is putting together a project, actually. This channel will likely feature a lot of travel content, but he's also working on something with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, where they're getting together a cruise that's going to go from Seattle to Alaska for a week in August of 2025. They're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. Now, Travel Escapes with the Brooms has 331 subscribers already, just a couple of videos and a few shorts to go along with that, but hopefully everybody will support Scott and push this channel a little bit farther towards the 400 we know he's thinking about. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. When we look at Big Family Expedition, this is an interesting story. You also know Matthews Bushcraft is a member of this family. He's got his own channel. Big Family Expedition has a very special story because what they're doing is taking a schoolie or a large school bus, turning it into full-time RV home for the family to live on the road. If you read their About section, they've changed this up a little bit, but they have literally lived on the road before. They settled down, added another family member, and they're hitting the road again. They actually took a trip to Alaska not too long ago and brought us some different videos from there, and it looks like they're moving into a few different types of videos. So I'm just going to grab this latest reaction video from Sonic 3. Interesting. Is that really... Is there 3 Sonic movies? I'm like way behind. I grew up, of course, with Mario and Luigi and Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and all that stuff. But I haven't seen the movies, any of those, as a matter of fact, which is a little bit surprising to me anyway. The Big Family Expedition have gotten into some shorts videos as well. These have gotten into 2,700, 10,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they have brought these back. This was a promise that they made a little while ago. I kept on asking about the idea. You see that they'd done them up to about 6 months ago, and then a month ago they started them up again. So it looks like they're doing these every week. They're going to be doing them, I'm assuming, on Saturdays. And then hopefully I'll catch you for the next one next week. I should absolutely be around on Saturday. There's no reason why not right now. I know there'll be a lot of creators going live, especially over the holidays, and I'll be looking forward to that. They did a 1,000 subscriber giveaway as well on this past live stream, but they're well beyond that, towards 1,200 now, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Big Family Expedition, and they're here with us frequently, and they've been friends of ours for beyond a year now, I'm sure. And what I'm going to do is spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. I'll get some more names on the wheel in a second here. We're moving quick today. And we still can stay for quite a while if everybody would like to, so we'll get to as many channels as we can. We're going to go on a break for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do that, we're going to play another clip, the last one for today, from our interview series. And these are videos now on the Superchat channel, listed in a playlist and as a podcast, interview conversations that go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, where I ask the featured creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because we get to hear from me every day, but we want to hear what they have to say. They've been friends of ours, all of them, for at least 3 years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember, I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that, I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here. And you've doubled that number. You're still growing now, so
it's very slow growth. Because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour, down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back. And now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back. But I needed the break. I really did. You know. And I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. We're looking at I Am Betty J Gathers, and this is another friend who's been with us for about closer to 4.5 years. She is working on what will be 2,700 subscribers pretty soon. She's just passed 2,600, which is great to see, and she's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. When we look at what I Am Betty J Gathers is going to bring us, she talks about living her best life over 60, but I find that all of her content can relate to everybody. She's always smiling, always laughing, always inspiring, always motivating, and lately she's been doing a lot of vlogging, bringing us about her day. She could be on the road, she could be in her home, she could be taking us shopping, and lots of stories to be told as well, and encouragement, especially when it comes to our YouTube journeys. I Am Betty J Gathers as well does a lot of shorts videos. She's done literally well over 365 shorts. She's done them for at least a day for the last year. Pardon me, and then plenty more on top of that. Some of these have done really well. Even Talking Head Shorts videos have gotten into 10,000 and beyond. One at 12,000, one at 14,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams on the channel, we see that I Am Betty J Gathers is live frequently. She actually was challenged by Crystal Sparkle to do a series of 12 interviews over the month of December, which she has. So Crystal Sparkle's been in there, and then I joined Betty a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully everybody will go back and check out that conversation, because we talk a little bit about moderators. We talk a little bit about how things work behind the scenes in Tuber Chat and my mentality, and Betty was considerate about asking my beginnings in YouTube, just in case anybody was interested. Why on earth do we do the things we do here? You'll hear about all of that there. And she's interviewed lots of people before. Sometimes Betty's on her own, sometimes she's got StreamYard panels. She's been featured on other channels and things like that as well. Always inspiring, always motivating, like I said, and hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'd love to push her towards that 2,700 subscribers like I was talking about. And then I see Kicking It with the Rooks is in the house. Thanks again for having another check mark in the chat. They're well beyond their 100,000. I think they're at 107,000 now. They've got a monstrous shorts video on that channel that just exploded, and the channel's been growing rapidly ever since that. Southern Bell Auction's still in the house. Beach Road Stories has been added to the wheel. Day One Walks is still on there. I'll spin right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Kicking It with the Rooks happens to be a member as well, so I'll get them onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Heaven's Fire 18 is also here. Let's get them on the wheel. And, yeah, a community post just went out to our members, by the way, so that would have a couple of people coming in, which is great. Community posts, I promise you, have more engagement than we think that they do. Most of our, most of our community posts here in Tuber Chat are shared for other creators, and sharing on the community tab is the #1 thing that I am thanked for as the host of Tuber Chat. So that's just to give you a hint of how impactful they can be. Black Guns and Gardens up on the screen right now brings us an interesting mashup in content, but well-fitting. So they talk about gardening, preparedness, and self-defense. And they give us some more information on their About section. They've been a friend of ours for years. And Black Guns and Gardens right now has got a couple of more videos. I mentioned this the other day when we talked about drones, because I've seen some social media posts about drones, and everybody's always wondering if the government's got something going on and all these conspiracy theories and things like that. Of course some of them are true, but when we think about drones, especially when you see something that is not that is unusual, but it continues for a while. One of the things I think everybody might forget is that it could be television or movies. They also have a lot of stock footage being filmed. When you see companies like iStock Photo or Adobe Stock and things like this, Getty Images and all that, they are collecting their stock footage and stock photos all the time from around the world, and it's different people that can do that as well. Kristen Welton, my girlfriend, has taken pictures and put them on Adobe Stock, right? And that kind of thing. So drones can sometimes be doing that. Hopefully more people are using their powers for good as opposed to evil, but you know what I mean. John H. Shelton from the UK, good to see you in the house. And then I'm just going to look for this Christmas video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. It's a different kind of video for this channel. Lots of product reviews here as well, and you see that in the shorts videos that have done well. 4,300, 5,800, 8,100 views, and then Black Guns and Gardens is working on 4,000 subscribers now, which is great to see. They'll be at 3,500 soon enough. They've been with us, like I said, for several years. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, is a longtime dear friend from the UK. He's been with us several years as well, probably 4.5 years. We're going to look at his channel right away because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And then when we look at John H. Shelton, we're going to see not only a lot of vlogging here. This creator happens to be a huge Godzilla fan, but they do a lot of reviews. They do a lot of, I would like to say more like short film making a lot of the time. They get into every kind of art. There's music here, there's poetry here, there's stories to be told, as well as reactions and reviews. So when we look at the latest video, we see a Merry Christmas video from John H. Shelton. I'll put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up with them. Pardon me while I just wipe a couple of extensions off of Chrome that interfere with us sometimes. Izzy Scott, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They happen to be a member as well. We'll put them on the wheel right away. We'll get back to spinning in a moment. John H. Shelton has some shorts over here. These have gotten into 1,400, 1,700 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that John H. Shelton has been live many times before, up to a few months ago. We'll see if he's going to pick those back up, and we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So thank you again, John H. Shelton. Merry Christmas to you also. And we'll spin the wheel. And BH Road Stories from Bosnia is coming up right now. They're fairly new in the Superchat family, a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us many times now. Let's see if I can catch their channel. It's funny that the text that they use for their name doesn't want to come up the same way that regular text does, but that's something to think about. So we're talking about BH Road Stories here, and they're working on 4,500 subscribers as well. When we look at what they've got going on, that's a cool looking avatar, by the way, but they've got quite a bit of dash cam footage here. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. Obviously, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they're using a few AI systems, it looks like, to experiment with those thumbnails, which is cool. And they've got some shorts over here that have done extremely well. 34,000, 35,000, 56,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So hopefully we'll catch them for one of these live streams. I don't think I've caught one at all yet, but like I said, they're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, but they've been coming in frequently over the last month or two. Let's hopefully push them towards that 4,500 I was talking about. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Day One Walks is up on the screen right now, or about to be, pardon me. And I think this is our Day One Walks here, yes. And this is a brand new channel as well. I didn't realize we hadn't seen this channel already. So they've been with us a couple of times, though. What I'm going to do is take their Christmas light video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, or pardon me, watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Day One Walks, I'm just curious if this is a creator that we already know with a new or second channel, because Day One Adventures is another channel that we know very well, and I'm just curious if that's a second channel or a different creator. Sometimes we have channels that can start to be, similarly named, especially when we've got a community as large as this now. The Bud Files is coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So right before we look at the Bud Files, which I just spun the wheel for, we see that this is Day One Adventures. They got a few channels actually, but I'll show you these couple for now. Day One Adventures has actually been a long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with us. I think they've been with us at least a couple of years. Almost 2,300 subscribers, so that will be the next milestone they're working on. And I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos that they've put up here. And this will be in my catch-up list so I can see what they've been up to lately. I know I'm behind, but we will look at shorts as well. There's another Cybertruck, so they found a blue one. And then 4,200 views, 5,700 views, 9,400 views on a few of these shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams. So they did one a while back, and we'll see if they're going to bring some more live streams. Like I keep saying, we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. So we'll get to the Bud Files. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The Bud Files is a family behind this channel, and they seek to be modern-day archaeologists. The channel started out by uncovering history and digitally preserving it in video. They continue that today. They sometimes take us for outdoor adventures to places like abandoned locations, touristy destinations, as well as graveyards, cemeteries, and more. They post frequently, actually, and they're growing rapidly. 2,500 subscribers now, which is great to see. Sue behind this channel also does a great job of keeping up with their supporters to remember what the different channels do so that they can acknowledge some of the great support that they get in their channel. When we look at shorts over here, we see more variety, and this is where we really get to start to have a feeling of the fun that this family has together, getting into 5,000 and even 15,000 views on a couple of these, and then live streams. This is where we get a really good behind-the-scenes look at the family. Sometimes they take us out on the road for some adventure. Sometimes they bring us into their home. So this is a different one, decorating cookies and things like that. I've seen them singing, dancing, playing games, and just hanging out or taking us outdoors, like I said. Bud Files has been with us for about 4 years as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, get some of that support coming back to you. We'd love to push them towards the 2,600 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. Cruising on the high seas and travel, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put that channel up on the screen right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. This is another fellow Canadian, and when we look at what they've got on their channel, oh, they mentioned they were doing a pizza review. Oh, I didn't realize that this is a premiere that's coming up, and that will be on Christmas, as a matter of fact. Am I wrong about that? Sorry, this might be in January. Yeah, this will be in January. Forgive me for that. Cruising on the High Season Travel was talking about editing that video, I think. I recognize a lot of what they're doing here because they happen to be Canadian. I've got a lot of the same chains and franchises when they're doing food reviews at these restaurants. But they expect to bring us more travel and cruising. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, they've done well. 1,200, 1,800, 2,400 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're on frequently. So they were on the other day. Oh, sorry, I missed that one. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. We got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And Cruising on the High Season Travel has been a long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So thank you again for another super chat. They've done that many times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Fever Dream Animation is coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. You're going on strike, Izzy Ska? My dear goodness. What on earth could have happened? Izzy Ska's conversation can go anywhere once they get started over there. They go live all the time. I've caught them many, many, many times. They got a very dedicated audience over there. And Blester Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then when we look at Fever Dream Animation, we can read the About section to get the idea what is a fever dream. And they talk about these things. They bring us a lot of vintage footage from a lot of television shows, I believe, lately more than anything else. And a couple of people have said this channel is actually underrated. So that's a great compliment for them. I've been lucky to catch them for a lot of premieres, actually. And they're working on 300 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've got another premiere coming up today, actually, in just a few hours, so we know there'll be fresh content on the channel. Shorts over here have started to get into 500 and 600 on the way towards 700 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fever Dream Animation, and they're here with us every day as well. I really do appreciate that. I know not everybody can be, but I like to recognize it occasionally when it happens. Then Create and Relate, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that many times. We looked at that channel as the very first channel today at the beginning of the stream, pretty much about 2 hours ago, a little bit longer now. So we still got a while to go. What we'll do is go on a break for 3.5 minutes again. We'll make this one a quick one, and then we'll get right back. And let me just make sure that I'm not missing anybody's chance here. I think we're good to go. I'll spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. The break that we're going to go on, I'm going to play a different song right now. Jake Huston is a longtime friend. He's been with us for a few years. Recently, he made dozens of theme songs for YouTube channels, and it was a pleasant surprise to have one made here as well. So I hope you enjoy the track, and then we'll come back to it with Blessed Crochet.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
All right, it might have been a moment longer than 3 minutes there, but thank you everybody for your patience. Then hopefully everybody enjoyed that song. Jake Huston went around and, like I said, did dozens of those for a lot of our friends, which is really, really cool. I stepped away, so let me just catch up with the chat for a quick second here. Oh, I don't skip you, Izzy Ska. I've got you on the wheel right now. No, I mentioned you when you came in. I put you on the wheel right away. Did I miss it in the results here? No, I got you on the wheel as soon as I saw you. Yeah, sometimes I miss a little bit in the chat, so sometimes I miss people for a few minutes when they first come in, but I try to make sure that I get members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then we get back to spinning the wheel and adding names afterwards. And then, yeah, so Izzy Ska's on the wheel right now. Fever Dream Animation is up here. Oh, Blessed to Crochet, pardon me, I didn't get the channel ready. We'll see what they've got going on. I did spin already, and I'll get a couple of names onto the wheel in a second here. And Blessed to Crochet is another creator who's here with us just about every day, for which I'm grateful. I know not everybody can be, but I certainly do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. We got a few friends that run the stream in the background as well. I'm just looking at my list here. I got a robot in the background from Streamlabs that helps keep track of how active everybody's been in the chat over the course of the stream. Ship to Shore Cruise News will come up onto the wheel right now. And then, let me see what I can do in another moment. What we'll look right now at, pardon me, is Blessed to Crochet. And like I said, this creator is with us just about every day. I don't think we looked at their channel today. I was just talking about it though, because they do. Yeah, I think we did look at this already. Yeah, forgive me if I'm wrong. If somebody doesn't mind correcting me, one of our moderators, Scratch and PPA, I think we looked at Blessed to Crochet, because I was talking about the advent calendars, and this was a different soup recipe. I think that was today, not the last stream. But I get confused sometimes because some creators are here with us every day, literally. Blessed to Crochet is here with us literally for almost every stream. So we'll go back to it if I'm mistaken, but I think we looked at it an hour ago or so. Heaven's Fire 18 is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Heaven's Fire 18 is up here. They're working on 100 subscribers. They got 86 right now, so they're getting pretty close. We'd love to push them a little bit closer, though. We know it's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. Heaven's Fire 18's been with us a few months now, and they have a lot of information on their About section to let me know what to expect on the channel, the inspiration behind it. Lots of these furry friends, actually, both indoors and outdoors. And Shorts over here have already gotten into 500 views, almost 600 on one of these, which is great to see, with a little more variety. And then live streams on the channel as well. They just did one last week, a week and a half ago or so, and we'll keep notification bells on for every single channel and hopefully catch them for the next one. Izzy Scott, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. They've done that countless times before. And Izzy Scott, we always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And thank you to our friends. I know not everybody can stay for 3 hours, so Merry Christmas and well wishes to everybody that is not able to stay until the end of the stream. We still got a little while to go. Our next stream here is hoping to be on the 27th, but probably the 28th of December, and then I'm unsure after that, but we'll try to fit 2 in before New Year's, and then after New Year's Day we'll get back to our regularly scheduled at least 3 streams a week or so. Izzy Scott's got 1,700 subscribers now, which is great to see. This creator actually reset and restarted their channel a while ago, but they became monetized immediately again right away. They've got a very dedicated audience around their channel. And they actually gifted a membership that went to Shanster Travels, who's still in the chat right now. She's a longtime friend as well for a couple of years. We'll get her channel on the wheel, because like I keep saying, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Izzy Ska, as we look through the channel, we see a really professional look, because they've always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails. The videos here typically bring animation with interesting music, and their About section lets us know that they're going to talk to us about graphic design and digital art is what I meant to say. Graphic art, graphic design are 2 different things, but graphic art, digital art, and some of the tools and tutorials that we can use so that we can get better with these things ourselves as well. Izzy Scott has gotten into a couple hundred views, went over 500 with the shorts videos, which is great to see. And live streams are frequent, so yeah, I caught them a few days ago, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one soon. They're on every other day or so. And Izzy Scott, like I said, the conversation can go anywhere once they get started. You see, they're usually on for a few hours. And obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So interesting that Izzy Scott gifted that membership to Shanster Travels, and then that is the next channel that was chosen to have a look at. Judy May Collins is also here as a member, so I've got them on the wheel. We'll see what Shanster Travels has got going on. She actually started sending friends over a couple years ago when she first came into the Tuberchat family. And Fairbrick Studio is in the house as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Shanster Travels working on 5,200 subscribers, which is great to see. They give us information on their About section, but they bring us cruising and travel most of the time. And then when we look at the latest video, this is a bit of a different kind of video at the World Trade Center Memorial, and we'll put this video into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, and you can see by the thumbnails all the travel-based content that they've got here. I'm just going to set notifications for a lot of these premieres because they got quite a few coming up, and it looks like almost daily, right? Which is great to see. And we always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. I'm going to put your Seattle skyline from the Space Needle. I've always found that interesting because I grew up in Toronto. I live in Niagara Falls now. Ironically, we have the CN Tower, Canadian National Tower, in Toronto, but we have another one called Skylon Tower, Skylon, Skylon Tower in Niagara Falls. And I've been lucky to be up both of those more than once. But if I ever make it to Seattle, I'd love to go into the Space Needle and see that. So I'm putting that video in my catch-up list because I just want to watch it. And then Shanster Travels has got some shorts over here. These have gotten into 9,400, 10,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I'm just going to take the latest Carnival Radiance Hawaiian Cruise. They've got a live stream here. We'll see what they've got going on with this. That's going to be tonight, actually, in a few hours. So we'll look forward to that. Looks like they might have a StreamYard panel on, as they usually do. So hopefully everybody will connect with Shanster Travels. Like I said, she's been a friend for a couple of years. Great to see you back in the chat. We'll spin the wheel and get another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. On the Spot Tunes is a longtime friend as well with a new channel. Good to see you in the house. And then Kicking It with the Rooks is has an interesting story. You've heard me say a couple times lately, it's nice to have a check mark in the chat. You get your check mark after you get 100,000 subscribers. You can see that Kicking It with the Rooks is now at 108,000. They were at 107,000 a couple of days ago. So still growing, and they've got some magic behind this channel. They're bringing us a lot of travel, but they also let us know they're bringing family, lifestyle vlogs, story times. It's really pure variety here with this family of creators. But I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They just put that video out yesterday. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, you'll see where the magic happens here. They've gotten a few of these into 1 million views, 1.1, 1.1. One video short here, over 50 million views, which is great to see. And that has just sent this channel into outer space, basically. They are just on a wild trajectory here. So hopefully everybody will head over to the channel, congratulate them on the success that they continue with now. They're obviously monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Their live streams are doing well up to a few months ago as well. So we'll see if they're going to yeah, they keep these going. Seems like they're doing them fairly frequently, actually, several times a week. And then hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a little while since I've caught you for any kind of a live stream. But we've got, I know I say it 100 times, notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, help them get towards their 109,000 subscribers. But I have to say, it is obviously great to know that we've got a channel so successful, really doing well, that has been friends of ours for a couple of years now, but still coming back even after having their check mark to support other creators. And then we're going to see another channel here, Ship to Shore Cruise News. I can't remember if we had this one on the screen before. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then they go live when they're on vacation mostly. So we'll see when they're on vacation next time. They're working right now, but we'll be looking forward to that. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more is back in the house. Ship to Shore Cruise News is up on the screen. So I was mistaken. We have looked at their channel. And what we want to see right now is the fact that they've got a brand new video. This is a cool idea. Things to know for your first cruise. I've been lucky enough to have actually worked on a cruise ship in 1996, so quite a long time ago, but I was there for a summer, and I talk about cruising often because of that, meaning recommending it when talking about vacations and things like that. And that'll be a great video because there's a lot to know when you're thinking about cruising. It's a different kind of vacation, right? But I think it's fantastic. There's stuff to do all the time. You still manage to get to the beach if you want to. Ship to Shore Cruise News is a channel I'm still getting to know, obviously, but they're letting us know that they've got a lot of cruising news and information. They're working on 1,200 subscribers. They've got shorts over here as well, which feature a bit more variety, getting into 1,200, 4,100 views on one of them, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they did a live stream a year ago. We'll see if they're going to bring another one out. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, of course, catching each other live as much as we can. And then Judy May Collins is coming up in a quick second. And then forgive me for not knowing after all this time, is Judy May Collins actually the Stock Explorer's Aunt Judy? I can't remember for the life of me if I heard that once before or not, but Judy May Collins has also been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here for a few years. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, and yes, I understand, Stock Explorer. I wondered about that. But it's cool. It's great to see friendships and support coming so much. When I was a young lad growing up, a lot of my parents' friends I would call aunt and uncle because it felt that way. They cared very much for my family, me and my sister, and they taught us a lot of things as well. Helped raise us, if you want to put it that way. Judy May Collins is working on 2,900 subscribers now. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, I see they've got some lottery tickets going on here in between some cooking videos and more variety on the channel. Judy May Collins has been a longtime friend. Like I said, they've been with us at least a couple of years, but it could be as long as 3 years now. Shorts on this channel have now gotten into 8,600 views and beyond on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. Judy May Collins has been live many times, even up to a week and a half ago. So we'll see if they're going to do another another one soon. And I know I say it a million times, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to, but we've been here for long over 2.5 hours now. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates, and all the other holidays and celebrations that are going on as well. We expect to be back on the 27th or 28th. As soon as I know, I'll post the stream in advance so everybody can set their notifications. And hopefully everybody enjoys the holidays. Thank you to our moderators. It's been a great year. We still got a few days to go, but I know everybody understands that these live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. So again, Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, everyone.